Okay guys, very excited. I got something to show you. It's here! Check it out. It's here. Okay, I'm very excited. Yeah, it got actually delivered yesterday, and I didn't have time to take a video, but I want to show you guys what I got. So let's take a look. All right, so here's the car. So as you can see, the paint, not that it matters for what I'm using it for, is bed liner. It actually doesn't look that bad. To be honest, I kind of dig it. It's like gritty as all get out. Definitely would give you some road rash if you tried to try like a Dukes of Hazzard move or something, but anyhow, let's take a look. You know, the exterior is not in like the best of shape, but it's not really that bad. It's not banged up too much. There's a couple little things like this. It's not so bad, but that's not really what we care about, since we're going to be ripping the body off anyways, and using it on my Karmann Ghia. So I'll just do a once around here, and yeah, let's see here. Little kind of thing. And here, I want to show you something on these. One of the reasons I couldn't actually drive it down from where I got it, which was in Dallas. Let's take a look at this. See if I can get under here, or maybe you can see it from here. Yeah, look at that. It's the tire. It's like, it is so bald. It's completely shredded on the inside there. Like, this thing's gonna fail like any moment. So the wheels are actually not in great shape. So here's the thing, I've got to actually use these wheels, or actually I'm going to probably get new wheels, but I was doing a bunch of measurements last night to kind of see how this is going to line up, and this is going to be my first big challenge. Is what am I going to do, aside from getting kind of the engine compartment set up for in the Karmann Ghia, is the body on this thing is like about 8 inches wider for the width, you know, the axle width here, than the Karmann Ghia. Now, the Karmann Ghia's wheels are inset quite a bit to begin with, so it's not as big of a difference as it might seem. But if I want to run like wider wheels like these are like 8, like, well, these are like 7.5 probably, inch wide, but like, you know, 9 including, you know, from outside to outside probably, you know, which are the widest tires to begin with, but like they're, you know, decently wide for like a roadster like this. But you know, the ones I have on there are like half that size, you know, for the old Volkswagen. So if I want to run wider wheels, which I kind of do, they're going to stick out. And even if I don't run wider wheels and I try to use something similar to what I have on there, it's still going to stick out. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to make it look good and do some wheel flares, or something on the front and the back on the Karmann Ghia. So that's going to be one of my first kind of like body challenges to do. Other than that, yeah, let's take a look. I'm around here. You know, it's really sunny on that side, so I'm going to come in the passenger side. Let's see here. So, but check it out. Actually, the interior is in really good shape, and I'm going to be reusing this interior because it's in such good shape. So I don't have to deal with any of that as well. And you know, like, everything is actually in really good, decent shape in here. There's a couple little things like this little clip here, the little thing to open the, you know, this glove compartment is missing. But really that's it. Like there's not a whole lot of problems with the inside, the interior here. So I'm pretty happy about that. I don't have to deal with it. AC works great. No other issues really inside. So this is in pretty good shape. It's got just I don't even know what this is. Boss Audio Systems Bluetooth stereo. So I'm not. Might as well. I mean, I'll probably just keep it for now, but I may want to replace it with something that looks a little more retro when I convert it over. But here, let me come around to the trunk, check it out, what it came with. So take this out. Looks like he gave me some spare parts and stuff like that he had sitting around, some plugs, filter. I don't know, that's the grill, that's one of the I think the right side under the headlight grill. I don't know why he has a separate one of those. I guess he probably busted one and had to replace both of them and had an extra. But yeah, check it out. There's this Alpines back here with 2 amps that are pretty good. So I mean, like, nice little thump system that oh, there looks like he put in here. I didn't even look back here. Yeah, he did tell me that he did some suspension work on it just before I bought it. So, which is one of the reasons I need to actually get the tires fixed, because I need to, once I get new tires and rims, probably, I need to get it aligned, because he said he did not get it aligned after he got the front end suspension. Did I think the bushings, the tie rods, some other stuff on the front. I don't actually know all of the things he did, but he did not have it realigned afterwards because of the fact that he had these tires on it that were just terrible, and he was going to wait till he got new tires on it before he did the alignment. Which he never did because he sold the car. So that's my problem. But that is one of the only issues. So we have to deal with the tires. Not a big deal. Then get it aligned. Also not a huge deal. And I've got the other thing. Get in here. Start her up. Starts right up. Let's get some AC going here. Nice. Leave the stereo off for now. So the other issue here, the fuel gauge. So you can see it, yeah. So right now it's reading just above half. He told me that the fuel sensor or the gauge, not sure which one, is bad, and it reads as half full when it's actually empty. So right now we're actually sitting on pretty empty. Oh, there we go, that's better. We're sitting on pretty much empty, and so I'm gonna have to fix that issue. I think it's probably the sensor at the fuel tank, but I need to take that apart and figure out what's going on there. And of course, the actual, like, that LCD is like all of these old Audis TTs are just trashed. It doesn't work anymore, or it does. It's just like you can't see anything on it. So those are really the only issues here. So not really that bad as far as what we're dealing with. Loving this. AC works great. Shift's great. No issues there. Clutch is good. Yeah, so I am so excited. So this weekend, or maybe tomorrow, tomorrow's Friday here, I'm going to probably do some more measurements. I want to try to figure out the situation with the wheels, and which wheels I'm going to go with for the Karmann Ghia, once I get the body on it and stuff like that. I really want to see how it lines up, but I got to take all this apart before, and I don't want to do that until I get the stuff done. I'd like to get, to be honest, I want to get the I'd like to get it aligned and the new wheels before I disassemble the Audi, because I want to drive it and make sure it's all good. That way when I put on the body for the Karmann Ghia afterwards, I know what it should feel like. I know kind of like if there's any balance issues or anything like that with how the body's riding, or the weight distribution with the different bodies. So I don't think there's going to be any issues there, but I just want to do it this way just so I have it. But I got to get the measurements figured out so I know what I'm getting myself into. I don't think that there's going to be any way for me to avoid having to flare those the fenders. So I'm going to have to at least flare those, if not actually do some more kind of extensive fabrication work on the outside there. And I don't really know, maybe you guys can comment what your suggestions are there. I know you can get some fender kits and stuff like that, but I think I need to actually probably go, I probably need to flare those things maybe 2 inches or something on each side to account for the extra width. And I'm cool with it being flush, coming right out to it, and I'll get as much of an offset as I can to stick the wheels in as much as I can. But even then, if I run slightly narrower wheels and get a good offset, maybe a 42 or 45 millimeter offset, I'm still going to have to account for another, I think, close to 2 inches on each side from about where the fenders end right now. So yeah, that's going to be my first challenge, I think, on the body. And then the rest of it I'm going to be working on is for getting it lined up for the engine and stuff like that. But then I'm going to just start taking this thing apart. I kind of want to drive it around with the new tires and stuff like that a bit more before I disassemble it, because it'll be the last time I drive this thing as an Audi. But anyhow, just want to give you guys an update. Yay! Wait for this weekend. I'm going to post a bunch of videos on what I do this weekend, so